Page 5, error. Again, this is written way long time ago. Talk about a common time or 4/4 time. So a quarter note gets a count, and there's 4 quarter notes or equivalent of 4 quarter notes in every measure. It has a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 4. That's fine. It's got one flat in the key signature, so we're in the key of F major. All the B's are going to be B flats automatically. Let's take it one hand at a time. Right hand, and first I'm going to connect everything. I'm not going to worry about slurs or any of that. I'm just going to connect the notes. So here. So it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now those little notes and that little staff there above it, I'll explain that later. Right now just play the half note. Don't play the trill or none of that. Just play the half note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Reach down here and then scrunch up third finger on the B flat. 1, 2, 4. This is measure 5. 1 and 2. Reach up. You gotta be ready for that. 1 and 2 and. So you can't really reach up until after you release the A. Then you gotta come up. Otherwise you could reach up earlier, but we can't do that here. Here. 1 and third finger again. And now it's a B natural. Here. Third line, just lift up and come down. That's okay. That's a 4 and 1, 2. Now cross thumb under for the A. You should be able to do this. Just relax the thumb and it'll move under. Just relax. Don't twist or anything fancy. Just relax. So it's 1, 2, 3. The third finger again is what they're saying. Okay. 2, 3. Now they want fifth finger. So, because the third finger here, reach up, fifth finger, just a little bit. And third finger, you're reaching out, just moving around like a key at a time. That's okay, that happens a lot. And then at the end of the line, reach up, second finger for the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. This doesn't work here. You can't go from here to here. I mean, you can. I'll explain it later, but this is one of the reasons I try and play everything connected. I want a fingering that works connected. You're here. Instead of second finger, I'm going to recommend thumb. This way you can reach over and put fourth finger on it. If you relax the thumb, you can reach it. You might have to turn the hand a little bit. Don't turn it a lot. Just a little bit, and then 2, 4, like so. And the A with a circle, I'll explain that later. Left hand, again I want to play it all connected if I can. I want a fingering that works, playing it connected. So it's here. Here. Really I'm in this position to start. So it's 1, 2, 3, then thumb comes down. And then thumb come down again. That's an E, that last note. Rest, and then during the rest you come up. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Reach down for the octave and thumb on the C. Now once you play these notes, you don't have to stay here. You can collapse the hand as you go down. That's fine. Third line, you're in an octave position. Just stay there. So it's when the left hand plays 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now you lift up and move. So that's a stretch unless you can stretch that. Just lift up and move. 1, 2, and then third finger, second finger. This happens a lot in piano where you have repeated notes and you'll use different fingers on them. I do it a lot. I kind of think it's fun. So this is good. I like that. 3, 2. Then they sing third finger. You can, if you want, use second, then you got to use thumb on that. And some people don't want to do that because that puts your hand up in here. If you have really big hands, that doesn't work. If you have little hands, it doesn't matter. You can use the second finger. You can also, this is the end of the third line. The last measure here, you can also put thumb on the A. And then cross over to the B flat second finger. And I kind of like that better. So again, the last measure of the third line, or measure 11. Remember the The numbers with the little boxes at the beginning of the line are measure numbers, and you count across. Well, measure 11 is the last measure of the third line. It's here. If I just do thumb and cross over, I mean, I've been crossing over in the right hand, I can do it in the left too. That's what I recommend you do. And then keep going. This is the measure 13 then. 1, 2, 3, because there's a rest on 3. 2. Now lift up. This business of doing here to here happens quite a bit in piano. It's not the best. I mean, there's other fingerings we could try, but it's a good practice to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to just go ahead and lift up. Here. You have to look down at the keyboard and do it. That's fine. Put the hands together at the beginning. Watch that last measure, measure 3. That's C's by itself. Second line, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2. 1 and. Third line, 4 and 4 and 1. Now hold that C down as you come up. Tricky. This is measure 10, where the 8th notes are. Here and here. You gotta get that. It's kind of tricky. When you can get it to working and get the hesitations worked out, then we can add the articulation and these little trills and things they've stuck in. And again, I'm going to disconnect the notes unless it gives me a slur. Although if the notes are next to each other, they're in steps, like on the last 2 measures of the first line, you hear? Those notes, I can connect those, I guess, because they're next to each other. But I'm going to play the 8th notes in that little staff up above. See, they're giving you a suggestion on how to play the trill. And so I'm suggesting to you, go ahead. That is how we will do the trill. There's a lot of different ways of doing trills, but right now that's how we will do this one. Just those 4 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, and see, it goes with that. So again at the beginning. And I'm separating these notes slightly, just ever so slightly. I just want a little bit of silence between them. Not real short, just a little silence. Now here I can connect these. Some people will connect them, some people don't. It's repeated. Maybe one time you connect it, and then when you repeat it, you don't connect it. That's just a suggestion. And you'd repeat that, but let's go to the 3rd line. You hear, connect these. You can disconnect these. Connect these. Disconnect. Connect. Here they give you the staccatos. It's not a short staccato. Make it a long staccato. Maybe like a quarter note, quarter rest type thing. 2. Same thing here, staccatos. Now, let's talk about that little A there at the bottom with the circle around it above the staff and then next to the last measure on the G. There's a note at the bottom. You can add an embellishment or an ornament, and that is another trill, and they've written the notes out for you. It's like we did the trill at the top. It's just those notes, 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, and you can do that. However, you don't have to do it all. Well, it was the style at the time you did a trill when you kind of finished a musical sentence like this. But you can experiment. Maybe you put in the embellishment after you've repeated it, because you don't want to play it twice the same way anyway, so you play it like it's written first time. Then the second time you add the trill. Something like that. There's different ways of doing it. To experiment, and what do you like? Just keep in mind the mood. This isn't played like a piece today would be played. This is a different style of music back in then. And once you can do that, then we can add the dynamics. Well, it's loud. Now this is the right hand here. Loud the first time, and then when you repeat it, you play it soft. Well, whatever you think loud is. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand down. And soft when you repeat it. Line, the first time you come up to about sort of loud, moderately loud, and the right hand, keep the left hand soft. Now you see in measure 12, there's a crescendo. So now you're going to go up just a little bit to loud, because you're already moderately loud. So just go up a little bit to loud. A little louder. Now loud. Stay loud. Now come back down. I suggest you come down about a moderately soft. Each of these gets softer. Then when you repeat, now you're soft in the right hand, very soft in the left. Now you're going to crescendo back up to loud, but now you're coming from soft to loud. So this note, moderately soft, moderately loud, loud. Experiment. And again, you get softer at the end, down to about a moderately soft. Whatever. That's not exact. You have to experiment. It's a range. How do you feel it? If I played it 10 times, I'd play it different every time. Then we can add the speed. Well, I just about did right there. It's sort of fast. I want to feel a 4. 1, 2. Please don't copy me. That's just my impression of how it might go. You have to experiment and you get into the music and you feel this music. An air is a song. So just imagine singing or somebody singing to this. That's all. Seems like a happy song. Okay. I like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics, but we will do the repeats. So I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. Let's just try it slowly. I'm going to go ahead and put in the ornaments, the embellishments, the little trill things, every time we come across them so you can hear it. 1, ready, go.